Today I have the top 10 gifts to sew and craft for men. Stay tuned. Hi, this is Kim from Dorothy's Daughter. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for spending part of your day with me today. Today I'm going to talk you through some gifts to sew for men, and we love the men in our lives and we want to craft for them, and it's hard sometimes to think of things that we would want to give them. So I've come up with a list of my top 10. It does include a little bit of crafting rather than sewing, but I somehow think this project is so cool that you won't mind. So I am going to get started on that. But first, thank you to all my new subscribers. And if you have not subscribed, you might want to click that subscribe button below and ring that little bell so that you get notified when I post a new video. All right, on this channel we do pattern reviews, sewing tutorials, anything sewing related, and it's a wonderful place to hang out because we also have a Facebook group where we have some wonderful women who help us with answering questions, and it's just a fantastic group of people. So it's definitely something, if you sew, that you want to be part of. All right, so the first one I have is that project that is not actually sewing but crafting. So this one is a custom doormat, and I made this one that you see over here, the one that you see over here, for my brother last year for Christmas. He is known for his hospitality with people from his church, and I thought this was so fun to have the y'all come eat. And if you look up the verse, then you'll see why I picked that one. All right, so this is made with Flex Seal or truck bed lining, and you just make a stencil and then you spray that on. It sounds real easy, but it is a little time consuming, but it is easy. And it made a wonderful gift, and actually he told me that that has held up really well this year. So I plan to do some more of those this year because they were a lot of fun. You will find a link to a video that gives instructions on how to do that down in the description, and you will find all the links for everything that I'm going to talk about today. You'll find the links in the description. Wherever there was a free pattern, I tried to include that link rather than one that's paid, so because I know we're all trying to save a little money this time of year. So this is a video that demonstrates how to do it, and it's super easy, so check that out. So number 2 is an apron. So I have 2 different styles of aprons that would be nice. So I made one of these for myself last year. This is a dogwood apron from Helen's Closet. I made it for sewing things, and but it could easily be for men's tool belt. You can see a picture right there of my belt being worn, and it could easily be a hammer and a wrench and all the things that a man would want to carry, or gardening tools, anything that a guy would like. So this is the Helen's Closet dogwood apron, and you'll find that link down in the description as well. The next type is just a plain old barbecue apron, and you could use Cricut vinyling on there to make it personal. So I did include a blog post from Martha Stewart that has free pattern, so you can check that out. Guys like to grill, a lot of them do, so that would be a fun gift as well. The next one, number 3, is a Dopp Kit, and guys like these for travel, and you can put all of the toiletries and things in there, and it would be a great gift, especially for a guy who travels for work, or just who likes to travel for fun, or just needs some place to keep his stuff at college. Maybe that could be an older son, and they need to have something to keep their toiletries in. So this is a wonderful post in video actually by Melly Sews, and the link to that is down in the description. I liked hers because the pattern was easy and free, and also it seemed to be the nicest one that had the clearest directions that I could find. So this is one I have not made, but one that I would like to. Number 4 is a dress shirt. Now, you all know I love sewing dress shirts for my husband, and so here he is in a few. Here he is in a few of the ones that I've made him. My go-to pattern is Simplicity 8753, and that is a great pattern. It has a slim cut as well as a roomier cut, and I think you'll like it a lot. I do have hacked it into Hawaiian shirt, and it does have it's a long sleeve pattern, but I just cut them off for short sleeves, so that's not really a problem. And you can get it in sort of a tall guy as well, so great pattern, and you can check that out in the description. I have a link to that as well. Number 5 is a Henley, and the pattern that I used for the Henley shirt that I made for my brother this year is this one right here. It is the Love Notions Dockside pattern, and that pattern has the polo and the Henley and the crew tee, so it's a really versatile pattern. But I wanted to make a Henley for my brother this year. I've never made him clothes. I've made him a lot of things, but I've never made him clothes, so I decided to make him a shirt this year. So we'll see. I'm going to San Antonio on Thursday, so I'll see how he likes it. So anyway, I think the man in your life would love a Henley shirt too, especially if they like to dress casual, because not every man wears a dress shirt all the time that aren't executives or have to wear them to work like my husband does. But if your guy's a little more casual, I think they'd appreciate a Henley. Number 6 is a tie, and you can make these ties fun. They don't have to be old and fuddy-duddy, right? They can be really fun ties. Mood Fabrics has a blog post with a free download pattern and instructions on how to sew. And I have that link for you in the description. Here's a picture of what that looks like. And you could, now my ideas would be to make a Pittsburgh Steelers tie for my husband since he loves Pittsburgh Steelers, or perhaps a Santa tie for Christmas. There are a lot of different things. Maybe palm trees if they love the beach. You could just go to town on ideas. They don't have to be old looking. Of course, you can get some beautiful silks and jacquards out there that you can make beautiful ties out of as well. So that is a great gift, and it hardly takes anything to make one. You can use your scraps. So that's something that you can also size up and down depending on the size of the man or boy or teen or whatever. But every guy needs a tie for once in a while, right? So you might as well go ahead and make them one. Number 7 is a classic rock quilt. I did a YouTube video a couple years ago it was actually a series on how to put photos on fabric. One of the ones that I showed was this beautiful quilt that I made for my husband that has, we were on a car ride, and I asked him, what are your top 100 albums of all time? I knew I couldn't put 100 on here, but we just got in this conversation on a long car ride. And so I wrote them down. And, you know, we have Frampton Comes Alive. We have Mudslide Slim from James Taylor. We have, of course, we have Sgt. Pepper on here and Let It Be. We have Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon, Crosby, Stills and Nash, you name it, right? So I took all these album covers and I put them on fabric and I made a quilt. And it is really fun. We have a music room, so that is where this goes. I love this so much. I think it was as much a gift for me as it was for him, to be honest. If your man does not like classic rock, let's say you're a little younger and you didn't live through the 60s and 70s like we did, you could always do a Star Wars blanket or something else, maybe the Marvel characters. You could always find those photos online, put them on your quilt, and that would be a great gift. How about a Harry Potter one? There's a lot of people that love that. So just some ideas. You could always do photos of family as well, and I think guys would like that as much as the women would. Number 8 is a jersey. So Love Notions. Number 8 is a jersey. Love Notions has a beautiful pattern called Game Day Jersey. It's available in men's, ladies, and kids. So I've made all three. This is my husband here in the one of the test versions that I did when I tested the pattern for Love Notions. He loves the Steelers, so I made him this one, and it's a fantastic jersey. I mean, he loves it, and you can make very realistic jerseys. And I'm going to show you one I made for my grandson. Yes, you can make, you know, we have it in kids versions as well, but I think that you would enjoy seeing how realistic you can make them, although I have not done that yet for my husband. So here is my little grandson in the jersey that I made for him. It was Patrick Mahomes jersey. So cute. But you could do that in a men's version as well. It's the same pattern for kids and grown-ups. So they're just different versions of the same pattern. And it would be wonderful. And here's one I did for myself. So you can see how realistic that jersey could be. I don't know any players now. So I picked Terry Bradshaw, right? Because I'm a girl of the 70s. But you could pick their favorite player and make them a jersey. Somebody was telling me that like you can't get a college jersey while the player's still playing. You can't get them till they're done playing. So perhaps they want, we're Ohio State fans, so maybe we want a Stroud jersey. He's the guy right now. Actually, Olave might be the guy right now. But anyway, I guess if I was going to pick an Ohio State jersey, it would probably be Olave because I think that guy is the bomb. But anyway, we probably couldn't get that because they don't release them until they are done playing in college. So I would have to make it. So maybe I will. Number 9 is the North Star Pullover. And that is, can be hooded or, but it's a half zip. It's a Love Notions pattern. All of these links are down in the description. And this is one I made for my stepbrother, a couple years ago. And he still wears it and enjoys it. And it's just a great pattern, and it's very versatile for ages. It fits the young guy's personality and the older guy's personality. So this is a great gift if you don't know what they want. And plus, you don't have to be super exact on the size with these as long as it's large enough, because you kind of want to put those over shirts sometimes, so they can be a little big. So this is a great go-to for a guy as well. The last one I have for you, and I have this link in the description, is for a tailgate cooler bag. And I made this one for my son. He loves the Kansas City Chiefs. I made this a few years ago, and he still takes it to work every day. So it was a great make, and I will probably make another. I did make one for my son-in-law as well. He owns a brewery, and I put the logo of the brewery on his. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. So I think I mentioned it in another video and showed it, but you want to not use the silver insulated stuff because it's very hard to sew. What I used for my son's is a shower curtain, and then of course I used the thin insulated batting, the special temperature batting, but then I used a shower curtain for the liner, and that, like a white plastic shower curtain, and that worked really well for that. Just a heads up, I used the silver stuff on my son-in-law's, and it was a bear, so I would not buy that again. So I would just go ahead and buy the shower curtain and use that. That was actually what was suggested in the pattern, was a shower curtain. But I thought, I'll just be even better, and I'll get this silver stuff that's supposed to keep stuff even colder, and it does, but it's really, really hard to work with. So I would suggest just doing what they say and getting the shower curtain. So those are my top 10 gifts for men that I would like to craft and sew. And hopefully going to hit on most of these this year. And I'd love to see what you make for men. So go ahead and post that in the Facebook group. And I'd love to have you join us. It's Dorothy's Daughter Community. So please go ahead and check us out. I hope that you have a wonderful day. And as we press on toward the holidays here, we're going to help each other get our sewing done, right? I hope. Anyway, happy sewing. God bless.